See him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Brawls.
My name is Dunlap. Folks, people, if you are joining us for the first time, we are a podcast run by an old man. That's him.
Huh?
And me, a young, handsome man. And our job was to yell at Donald Trump for several years.
4, 5, 6 years, I think, of that, yeah.
And I think we did an okay job at that.
As good as anybody else did, I reckon. I mean, and there's a lot of people screaming at him. I wouldn't put us necessarily at the top of that list, but somewhere in the middle, maybe, yeah.
When it comes to screaming at Trump and making me feel better, I'd put us near the top of the list.
Oh, yeah, certainly, yeah. Definitely. Once a week, yeah, get it out. All right, yeah.
And now he's gone. I mean, he's still alive in the sense that someone who got run off Twitter can still be alive, but he is lurking somewhere in Florida like a really dumb alligator. Just like the most useless alligator, just waiting like a boa constrictor, like a children's story, like the boa constrictor that didn't know shit.
What?
Just lost in a swamp somewhere, in a country club, whatever that place is. Is it a hotel?
Hell, I don't. Nobody knows what it is right now. He got to go to court over it to prove it ain't his house, so he can live there or something. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
That's relatable. I've had to go to court sometimes to prove something ain't my house.
Yeah.
So we yelled at Trump. Now he's gone. The world is not magically better. I didn't think it was going to be. It's what I would say out loud. But in my head, I did think that it would be magically better. It's better. It's better. Things are bad, fucking terrible. Honestly, This week, shit all over the place.
All right. Not the language. Yeah. A terrible, terrible week. Not looking forward in particular to talk about it, but I guess that's what we do.
If you believe in, the value of human life, not a good week. Fortunately, here in America, a lot of people do not believe in the value of human life. So Trump's gone. The world still sucks. And I want to congratulate myself every day when Trump's not here. But then I look at the news and I'm like, I deserve no congratulations. I mean, I don't know. If I made you a really good sandwich, you could congratulate me. But don't say like, oh, the world's better now. We did it. Let's congratulate ourselves. It's still real. Now, I don't want to sound like one of those people who hated Joe Biden from the start and gets on Twitter, and every time he does anything the slightest bit different from what Bernie Sanders would have done, they say, see, exactly the same. I'm not saying exactly the same. I'm just saying there were 90 shootings this week. There is a trial going on of a cop who killed a black man, and then in the same city, cops kill another black man. It's not unusual. I don't know why I said it like that's something crazy. I mean, the odds are cops are killing black people all over the country.
It's the ones that people get on their phone that we get to see, or the policeman's thing on his chest if it happens to be working that day. You would think, the worst time. First off, let me say right now, every time, every minute of every day, to me, is the worst time to murder an unarmed black person. All right? But during the middle of a trial, we had to watch a man get the life squeezed out of him over and over again. Now's the time again. I mean, I guess there's never not a bad time in this country, as far as I can tell. And if I don't kill somebody, they terrorize them to death. Well, not to death, because I guess they're still living, but being terrorized by the police is bad enough.
What all happened this week? They terrorizing it was in the Army?
Lieutenant, yeah. Second lieutenant.
And there was a white guy terrorizing a guy just walking down the street. You're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah.
13-year-old shot in Knoxville. 16-year-old shot in school. It seems like that's turning out. He didn't shoot anybody. That seems to happen a lot. Maybe this is something we should have read a little more into over the years as white people. Oh, it turns out he didn't have a gun. Oh, no, they said he shot at the police officer, but what happened was he didn't have a gun and he didn't do anything, and he just got murdered for no reason. Our mistake. Mea culpa. Is that what that means?
I don't know.
Is there I don't want to... It's bleak here at the beginning. I don't know what to say other than it's shitty. Other than I'm a white man who likes to be drunk in public, who likes to chastise and antagonize the police. Because I went to school with a lot of them. I remember what they was like in. And I've been hit in the face by police. I've been chased with sticks by the police. I've never been shot and killed by the police. There have been hundreds of opportunities. And I know that some of these cops would love nothing more. They probably got it on what do you call that thing you put up? A wish board.
Wow.
You wish it and not a wish board. That's one woman too. Like a dream board. That's the same thing. Dream wish. No, a dream is a wish that your heart makes.
What?
Listen, the point is privilege. Cops can taste shooting me, and they can't do it because I'm a white guy. They go, it's just Dunlap. They do not value my life or personality or anything about me, honestly, and that's one of the reasons, ACAB. But still, they're not going to shoot me. I mean, knock wood. But even if they do, they'd be like, shit, I shot Dunlap. In some of these other cases, it seems like, I hit a pothole. It's just an inconvenience. I mean, at least he's on trial. Chauvin's on trial. But even that is like, okay, we're going to give you one. I mean, believe me, I want him to go to jail. Well, but sometimes, even if he goes to jail, it's going to be like, well, they put that one in jail. What do you want? Do you want us to put all of them in jail that shoot black people? We give you one of them. We all got together and said, this is the one. There he goes. If he goes. It'd suck if they all got together and said, here's the one, and then he gets off free too. Which chance, knock wood again.
Yeah.
It isn't even wood. I don't know. What is this? Shit, this is an old sandwich. I meant to throw that out. Folks, are we at war? Jackie, Biden is pulling the troops out of Afghanistan. Nope, everybody pretends not to like war. We're in a phase here in America where we pretend not to like war. That group of Nazis that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz are putting together. Matt Gaetz come out and said, no, it's a hit piece. We're not Nazis. We're going to stop wars and fund infrastructure. Like people are like, oh, we don't do wars in America anymore. We don't have time. We're busy here.
And bringing them troops home, probably going to need them here. I hope to hell not. But
so what? We can pull them over and tear gas them?
I guess so.
How many people have been shot this week in a mass shooting? I mean, this is...
It's been 4 to 5 I saw in the last month to now. I can't keep up with none of it. And you was talking about your privilege and stuff, and let me talk about when I was young and careless, and I ain't too proud to talk about it, but I'm going to tell the truth right on here right now. Years ago when I was younger than Dunlap is now. Hell yeah, I was definitely. But carrying on...
What, are you, 12?
But no, I was old enough to drive, and people knew me about town from here, from there, wherever, everything like that, and had a little too much to drink. Shouldn't have been driving. I'll be first 1 minute. Forgive me here. Police car pull you over. Get out. Jackie, what are you doing? I said, well, I had a few. You have a few to drive. I got mixed up by turnstile. I probably had a little too. Jackie, you just follow me. I'll get you back on the right road and follow you home. Make sure you get there okay. Well, yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Officer. I appreciate that. Thank you much. This before I ever knew the words white privilege. Wouldn't even know what to think of. What is white privilege? What is that? That right there is what it is. And it ain't just me. It still happens today. I know you all was just acting. If somebody comes out, I guarantee you, coming out of some country club in some certain a part of town or wherever, carrying all the friends, y'all just take it down a notch, kids. Yes, sir. We sure will. Thanks for stopping. I mean, that happens every day. You know what else happens every day? Stuff we don't necessarily see on the video.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Zoom meetings have gotten more reliable than damn body cams.
Hell yeah. Pitiful.
And what you're talking about, Jackie, I don't even know if that happened now, if there was a way they could make money off of you, because we're paying cops to keep black people down. And they're also got a side hustle, which is making money off everybody else. Like half of this is about money. I mean, the young man that got shot, hey, it was over court costs and shit. It was over broken taillights. It's what's always over. I mean, it was over an air freshener. That's the kind of shit. They may not pull a white guy over for an air freshener, but they might if they think that white guy, small town, maybe got a joint on him. I mean, all this shit is to keep money rolling in so they can buy more equipment to keep black people down with. I don't know why there's not more crossover between white people, poor white people especially, with the broken tail lights who can't afford to get it fixed. They don't have time to get it fixed because they got to get to work. This is across the board, black, white, no matter what color you are. Cop pull you over because you're poor and you don't have the time or money to fix the shit that they just decided to make illegal in the name of what? Roadway like if you people would still fucking get their tail lights fixed if it was not illegal. Like it all goes together. Court costs, all this shit. Miss court. Now there's a warrant out for you. All this shit pays cops. All this shit keeps money flowing in so that they can continue to batter and kill black people. Their primary job. And so that they have reasons, also not just to make money, but so that they have reasons to pull black people over. Excuses, not reasons. I mean, their reason is, oh, they're black. But their excuse is, oh, he had this, he had that. He was driving erratically. The money and the racism, they go together.
Goes together. Damn right there, yeah.
I don't know which is.
It's a business, private practice. I mean, I ain't going to turn into private prisons. What's the percentage of Black Americans in those?
Yeah.
Keeps that money going. Judge sends somebody here. Go. It's just all, yeah.
And the fucking now we sound like we're gentleman Jims too, and we just figured it all out. Yep. Folks, look, we're black. We're not black. I didn't mean to just jump in and take. We're not black.
No,
we're two middle-aged white people. I mean, I say middle-aged when you average it out because I'm young and he's old. So we're two middle-aged white people on a podcast talking at you for 30, 40 minutes if we do sponsors hour. Just go listen to black people talk about this. And come back if you're just bored or you're trying to go to sleep. I know a lot of people listen to us to go to sleep, which is like, for us, it helps us let the rage out. But I'm glad that somebody gets some benefit from this. So look, I don't want to, let me tell you all about my privilege. Sorry, it's a terrible week. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible week. But I was about to go on about gun control and its connection to the police keeping black people down. I mean, did he have a gun? Did he not have a gun? White people won't let you control guns, and that gives cops more reasons to shoot black people, more excuses. Sorry. We know the reason. They're excuses. Oh, the gun. They had a gun. There was a gun. Somebody had a gun. It looked like a gun. I think that was a gun. There might have been a taser. They feel the same.
Didn't comply. Don't comply.
Black people cannot have guns. In a soldier outfit, you can't have a gun. Is that what they call them, outfits? Jason Isbell.
Uniform, you know what
uniform. It's an army uniform.
You want to have a gun. Talk about the history of that right there. People saying treating a serviceman like that. World War II, which a lot of black Americans served in. If you came home, depending on where you lived, there were men that got off wearing the uniform and had the medals that they won, and they were lynched on the spot for thinking a little bit too much of themselves. So anybody going on, how could they treat a soldier that way? Well, it ain't about being a soldier. You should be. But it ain't.
Look, and this goes to something we've been talking about on here too that I just do not understand. But Republicans, the only time that they talk about somebody's life mattering is when they're talking about abortions. It's not an actual adult life of somebody living a life that ever matters. I mean, you saw what just happened with the coronavirus. We see that it doesn't matter if they shoot up kids or Walmart. Walmarts. We're like, oh, once they shut up the elementary school, things are going to change. Once they shut up the high school, things are going to change. No, they even shut up a Walmart and things ain't going to change. We're just living with gun battles every day, mass murder daily. And no one will even talk about how to fix it.
Not allowed to.
Not allowed to.
It's illegal for scientists. You know how they think of scientists. You watch old Fauci and Jordan there. They don't like scientists. So it's illegal to even do a study on what gun violence is doing to this country. Why the call? What? No, can't even look into that. Ain't getting a dime of that. Government ain't going, no. Can't even look at the situation because, if you look at it, then you got to admit that it's there. And there's a lot of people say, yeah, I know it's there. And the only reason these happens is because there weren't enough damn guns there in the first place. If everybody had a damn gun in the FedEx building, they would have took him out. Well, I don't believe that, and I don't think anybody in it common sense believes throwing more guns in that situation is going to make it any damn better.
And even then, it's just like, we just live in the country where we all just shoot each other all the time. Sometimes people still try to do a mass shooting, but we're all carrying around these damn giant feral hog guns, and we just start shooting at each other, and eventually it stops. So it doesn't matter if we shoot people in school, little kids, teenagers in the bathroom, kids on the street, people in Walmart or in clubs or in movie theaters or at work or in church. It doesn't matter if white people shoot a church full of black people. It doesn't matter if cops shoot people, black people, constantly. It doesn't matter if your grandparents die because of coronavirus. It doesn't matter if none of that matters. It doesn't matter if the plant, like, maybe even the weirdest, like the one that takes them a little bit of creative thinking in the future. Not that long in the future, but in the future, the planet gonna die because of global warming. Like, they're not gonna get past. They just shot 8 people at FedEx, and they don't give a shit. So why are they gonna care about Time's Horizon? They don't give a shit. Fuck them.
Hey,
like, it's gone from fuck them, like cops shooting black people, right, to fuck them, like people in a store, to fuck them little kids, to coronavirus, like fuck me, mom, people, to just fuck me, like themselves. Like, that's the part. That's how far it's gone now. You think, well, they're shooting black people to make white people feel comfortable. They're shooting. They're going to let all these people get shot everywhere they go, just so that they feel more comfortable that they're allowed to have as many gigantic guns as they want. They're going to let everybody die so that they can still open up their fucking Bible Christian bookstore in Alabama, but they don't care if they die either. I think there's some fantasy they'll be the one person with the gun that'll stop it. They'll be the one person that don't get coronavirus. I mean, maybe does this go to damn? What is this fantasy thinking? Does that come from white evangelical thinking? God's on my side. We're going to heaven. This world was not made for happiness. But that also goes against them telling you to get rich and buy a boat. Two different. I don't see how that all ties together.
It don't.
I ain't been to church in a while.
You could have made that point better without all the language, I think. That's what throws me off. I'm trying to listen to you and then hear another word.
Well, I don't know how else to say it.
I don't know either, but
I mean, people don't. Is this not some form of a suicide itself? Like, we're just waiting to get shot. I mean, black people already have to feel. Let me tell black people how they feel under assault, at war. This country is at war with them already. Now it seems like it's just open season on anybody also, and nobody gives a shit. You would think that white people who do not seem to give a shit if cops kill black people, that logically you would say, okay, white people like someone else getting shot, but not themselves. But I guess they don't give a shit who gets shot, as long as somebody's getting shot. I'm just trying to make sense of it all. I know money's a part of it, but I ain't figured it out. I got these strings going up on the wall here. I got pins here.
I don't understand
a whiteboard.
It used to be simple because it was money this and that went there, and okay, corporate, I get it. But now I don't understand what Fox News gets out of Tucker Carlson getting on there and telling people that vaccines probably don't work. They gonna get you. Won't kill off your own. I mean, your viewership, because they mostly in the age that probably need the vaccination more than anybody else does.
Why churches need that money? They need that tithe money. Why they listen to this article? This is a damn story. It's not a never thing. White rural Southerners hesitant to get COVID vaccine. It's from Nashville NPR, Blake Farmer. Like, people don't want, why would, they got churches telling people not to get the vaccine. You got churches. Why don't they need that money? That's when it gets scary. Like, I can trade, like, if you can connect it to money, you're like, okay, well, people making money. So I understand some of the cop stuff, but then when it gets further past money and it's just about, it starts to make, like, money explains things a little bit, but after that, it's just pure hate. It's just cruelty. It's just this weird death cult thinking. Listen to this. On a recent weekend in Hartsville, Tennessee, the local health department had trouble filling up half the spots even for a COVID-19 vaccination event at the high school. Down the street at the Piggly Wiggly grocery store, Chris Wesky, 43. Chris, if you're listening, how you doing? Stopped in to buy a can of dipping tobacco. He says, listen, if you listen to the radio part, they cut the dipping tobacco part ain't in there. Chris says he isn't even tempted to get the COVID-19 vaccine, no matter how widely available it is. Somebody like me that's healthy, he said, through a mouthful of brown glop. That's not in the actual story. With a survival rate of 99%, I don't need it. I don't want to put that toxin. I'm kind of anti-vax, period. Wait, they don't have a vaccine for mouth cancer, do they? Good. Wesky, who was wearing a We the People t-shirt, I tell you what, if things keep going like this, eventually it's just going to say We the Person. There's going to be one dude left somewhere. They won't be in South Dakota. Oh, man, that lady's nuts. Says the U.S. she's mean, I guess you should say. Says the U.S. Constitution protects his choice to opt out of the massive nationwide vaccination effort. His rights to spread coronavirus at Piggly Wiggly every time he goes in for a thing of fucking skull. I do think he has the right to not get vaccinated, but does that mean that I have the right to chase him out of town with a stick and make him live in a reservation or a camp of some sort? I'm just asking questions. I don't understand it. You could just take a vaccine. You could just want to not get sick. You could just want to not get shot in Walmart. You could just want police not to shoot black people.
You could just want toddlers not to get shot up in their school. That's an easy thing to me, that seems like that's an easy want right there.
But they don't even want it. That's the part I can't. Don't you want toddlers not to get shot? Not if it means do. Like, what? Do you not want to be able to safely walk in Walmart? I got a 99% chance of survival of whatever it is. That's what Jesus told me. And that's an old way of thinking, too. This dude could be like, I don't believe in Jesus. I believe in Rand Paul and the damn, like, one thing worse than going to church is liking Rand Paul.
Yeah.
The White House, this is interesting. The White House has begun launching new initiatives targeting so-called red states. Hey, our name, such as setting up partnerships with NASCAR, professional sports, and even country music. Well, professional sports is out because they sided with black people. And NASCAR also sided with black people. Maybe country music because did they ever start playing Morgan Wallen again?
I don't know.
And somebody in the Biden White House is like, okay, let's think of the dumbest shit, and we just put a commercial on it. I think they're turning against the dumb shit too. They don't even want to do the stuff that they like, because the stuff that they like, just because they have people working for them, have to do the barest amount of seeming like human beings. So like sports, like I people should be able to vote. And this dude's like, balls out for me. Don't you want to watch the stuff you like? No, not if they like black people. I mean, it's complicated, all right? I like black people when they're playing sports, but I don't like it when I feel they're getting away with something. You go Piggly Wiggly, can you just go to like a Mapco and get snuff or whatever he's putting in there?
And maybe I had to get a couple other products. I don't know.
He's got to wait in line if you go into Piggly Wiggly. Oh, well, no, he'd want to go into the whatever place had the most people he could stand close to and breathe on.
Yeah. Ain't enough in them.
In recent days, some key white evangelical leaders have stepped forward to advocate more loudly for vaccinations. Among them is J.D. Greer, president of the Southern Baptist Convention. The white Baptist pastors in Hartsville, when contacted for this story, declined to weigh in, saying they were leaving the decision entirely up to members of their congregation. So we'll just have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, hope for the best, I guess. You just hope for the best. I guess that's how you deal with all these problems. I mean, they'll want to get to the bottom of it. We need to figure out what to do. We need to leave. We can't even look at the situation to figure out how to do it, whether it's politicians or the police union or whatever it is keeping you from doing. No, you're not allowed to acknowledge that it's a real thing. Just like 500,000 people dead in this country because the damn president at the time, first off, didn't want to acknowledge it was real. Second off, they say he just didn't want. I don't like wearing masks. I look silly. I ain't gonna wear one.
That's part of it, because these people, it's less about Jesus and more about Trump.
It is.
I mean, they think they're one and the same, but just all these people voted for Trump. So the person they voted for can't be against Jesus. It's just that they go to church and they voted for Trump. Of the roughly 41 million white evangelical adults in the U.S., this is from something else, about 45% said in late February they would not get vaccinated. 45% of evangelicals said they would not. Also, half Republican voters think the January 6th attack was, Antifa or was peaceful or.
Well, after for a few days, it seemed like something going on there, but they got, Tucker Carlson and everybody else. Now they got people who were actually there who were scared, hiding somewhere. Now they're saying it wasn't nothing. I don't know why y'all still worried about it. Meanwhile, they got one of them, the oath keepers, to flip on the first one to make a plea deal. Ain't none of them, as far as I know, I don't think any of them had said the guilty or plead or anything like that. But one fella, I'm guessing this one fella probably made a plea deal so he can tell him, who he was all on the bus with on the way there.
Selfie's going to get a lot of people in trouble. I mean, here is an article from a couple weeks ago, allergic reaction to U.S. religious right fueling decline of religion. So there are some articles that make it sound like because of the mix of politics and religion, like the Republican far-right extremist Christian nationalist policies, is making people steer away from church. We hope.
They say the membership's going down. Yeah, Baptist church, they say young people don't see what you're getting out of that except angry. So why do you want to do that? That's usually the church supposed to be the opposite of that. And there was a time years ago when church and separated from politics. Every preacher said, no, I ain't going to say anything about that. I ain't going to say a word about that. Come full circle, come back around. When religion got mixed up with politics, it was over one thing, and that was the civil rights era. Didn't have a thing to say about politics at all until it come down to a black kid going to school with mine. Ever since then, they've been intertwined. But that was the point right there. You got them all in bed together, so to speak.
Now we got now they're trying to. How many states have passed laws, anti-transgender laws?
They don't even. Who are they doing it for? I mean, I guess that. Do people really hate children that are dealing with this or trans? I mean, I didn't mean dealing in a bad way. It is what it is.
Well, no, they're dealing with these laws.
They're dealing with this. Yeah, you're the one doing it. I don't, most, from what I understand, you hear parents of trans children saying he's most popular, she's the most popular, they're doing great to play everybody. And you're going to basically, what is it? So that you're putting a law out to say that they ain't equal with anybody else is what you're doing. That there's something different about them, something not right. Didn't nobody care about it till you come along and start saying stuff. They want to quit giving them medicine and whatnot. And everybody, I guess, just thinks that, like, he's a trans. I want my kid to be trans. Give me that medicine that makes them trans. I want to get that ain't how it works. You see a doctor looks at, they look at the situation and they determine. You can't just go willy-nilly and say, hey, I want my child to take this. No, there's a process there. But they want to torture these children and take away any kind of medical help for them. They were trying to criminalize it if you're a parent, and I'm telling you what, they end up putting people to jail, because if you're a parent of a trans child that you love and respect, they said if you get the medication to give the child then you go to jail for that. What the hell's wrong with these people? First off, there wasn't an issue with it. There wasn't an issue with anybody doing anything in the damn bathroom, but we had to bring it up. Ever since gay people were able to get married in this country, they just got to find something else. And now it's trans. That's what they're going to run with that. Well, they've been running with it. And when I say run with it, what I mean is torture and destroy children's lives.
Yeah, I guess that's it, right? There's some kids that, thanks to societal changes, even though it's still rough out there for them, maybe, like you said, things are changing. They got a shot at a happy life. And Republicans said, no, we don't like happy lives. We're iffy on the whole living concept. Got to do everything we can to make people miserable, afraid, and or running for their lives.
Or dead.
Or dead.
That part I still don't understand.
Don't get it.
I don't.
Seems like they'd be for voting discrepancies where dead people show up voting, because everybody likes them dead. But I guess not. Made up. Making stuff up.
If any of y'all out there got any suggestions on what we can do about this, tell us, because I'm other than get on here and cuss about how awful it all is, I don't know what else hell I can do. You vote. I know you vote. You live in a state like Tennessee, your vote don't count a whole lot because, ain't nobody going to, what are you supposed to do? Hell if I know. I'm an old man. I'm going to leave it to the youth to figure this out, and I hope to God you can, because it's been awful.
They appreciate that.
Why?
You to figure it out. Us youth, we didn't ask for this world. You're leaving the world a worse place than it was. Jackie, you need to fix this before you lay down and go on to the next hot place you're going to.
Like I said, I'm willing to try.
You can't leave this to us. We're just kids.
I'm willing to try. You got to tell me how to, tell me where to go, what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to fill out, what money I'm supposed to
You ever heard of Google?
All right, fine.
No, but seriously, let us know, people.
Hey, it's Jackie Bros coming back on here to talk to y'all.
Folks, people, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for showing up the first time. If it's your first time, we here at Red State Update are nothing but appreciative. We're appreciative.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah,
I appreciate you, Jackie.
Yeah, I appreciate you. All right, and you watch your mouth. Yeah.
You couldn't just say it. You had to put two qualifiers on it.
Well, your mouth, I don't like a language. I don't, and however suitable it may be at times to describe precisely how things are.
Yeah.
I don't like to hear
it. I imagined what you were saying. It made me laugh.
Well,
so cussing is funny. I'm glad we settled that. And folks, I appreciate you, the listeners, for being out there and trying to make it the only way you know how. Now I'm doing the Dukes of Hazzard theme song. So it comes back to the Confederate flag once again. Folks, we have a Patreon.
Oh, that's where people give us money, yeah.
It's...
What's it called again?
Patreon.
Right. Patreon. Paid. Okay.
Folks, we've been doing this for years. It always cracks me up. They just can't say it. Try one more time.
My mouth don't. So you say it first, I'll say it right after you.
Patreon.
Patreon.
That's close.
Yeah. All right, good. People know what I'm talking about anyhow. Just want to thank them. I just want to thank them whether they give us $1 or $2 or $3 or $5. $5 now, if you give us $5 or more, which surprisingly people do. I want to thank them too. Thank you much. But if you give us $5 or more, you get the whole extra one of these. Parker, what do you call it? Parker. What is this when we talk
podcast?
Purchased. When you go, if you get $5 or more, you get a whole extra one of them. That's 20 minutes long, and it's called 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. As us two here, we get a whole. If you like what you hear and want to hear more, it costs you $5, or you just wait till next week and hear that. We'll be back. We do it once a week. I guess try to anyhow. But we want to wait. What?
I was just going to say, we've done a bunch of these. You go want to listen to some old ones. But
oh, yeah. That don't cost. Though, we got the $5 one, you can pay $5, and then you get access to all of them. Is that how that works?
Oh, that's true, too. I was just talking about these that go back to the Obama years. Maybe,
good Lord. Yeah.
Maybe tread carefully on some of the early ones. But the 20 extra minutes we've been doing for, I don't even know, we got 140 something of them. So you can go back and listen to.
So if you give $5, you can spend a whole month listening to all those and then drop out and wait until a few more months and do the same thing again, catch up with the new one.
Well, how long is that?
Well, they're supposed to be 20 minutes, right? Some of them,
at least 20 minutes.
Most of them. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever been under Even if it were, we would have made up for it. Because sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's an hour. I think there's 1, 2 hours. You never get to talking and how it goes.
You know how it is when you get to talking. Me and Jackie on here get talking. Watch out. It just go on and on.
Yeah, just
might be all night long for all we know. Have we ever done one that went all night long?
Probably. I don't know about all night, but at least the half a day, yeah.
All night long sounds dirty when we say it. But not when Lionel Richie says it.
Huh? What?
So today's will be the 145th. So let's figure out how many. So 20 minutes. Let's just say 20 minutes. Okay.
But most of them are longer than that.
Okay. Well, okay. So should I say 25 minutes?
Some of them are 30 minutes. Some of them I don't know.
Let's just say 20. Okay. Let me start here with the math. I'm going to say 20 minutes times that by 145, which is, and then you carry the, and then if you add like another 5 minutes every episode, so that'd be plus 5 times 200. Wait, how many is it? 145.
There's 145, 20 minutes, and eight's probably a lot more than most of them.
Wait, that can't be right. That's too many.
What is it?
7,000 hours. I don't think that's right. I got off somewhere. I carried that one, and you was talking to me. I probably put it on there twice. Hang on. Let me try it again. So 145 times 20, 2,900 minutes. So that divide that by 60 equals carry the 48 hours. That's 48 hours. Just like the 60, movie.
Where does Nick Nolte come from?
That's how many minutes are in an hour. So if you divide 2,900.
They're 20 minutes in each one.
Oh, right. 60? Well, then divide by 20. Oh, well, it's only 2 hours. It's 2 hours, so you can listen to that. 2.41 hours. Wait, that can't be right. Oh, we'll add the 5 times 5 plus.
Some of them are longer, too. Some of them are longer than 20 minutes. Most of them, I'd say, probably longer than 20 minutes.
28,000 hours. So if you sign up $5 and you probably get to listen to 28,000 hours of 20 extra minutes with us.
You don't have to. Make sure that's clear. You don't have to. You can still give $5 and not listen to one.
Am I supposed to divide that by 60?
Where did 60 come from? Because they 20 minutes an hour, 20, 60 minutes an hour.
It's 0.46 hours. So I don't know if that's a good deal or not. I'm going to have to keep working on this. I don't know that I've exactly got the math.
This ain't a math one of these. It's politics.
No, but we've done math ones of these. And this, remember that time that we tried to do your taxes live on here?
That's an old one, and that goes way back, yeah.
It goes way back. And then we figured out that Don Podge come in and helped us out.
I remember him, yeah.
That was. I'd have to check.
If he ain't still alive, he's probably in trouble over the Capitol thing. I bet.
Oh, that's when T.T. Slott come by and Dr. Bird Lady showed up, and there were all of us sitting around like on that PBS show with Steve Allen, where you'd have famous figures from history. And then I spilled my beer on the computer, and we didn't record any of it. They didn't do anything to the computer. We just got mad.
That's right. Yeah.
And said, "I'll erase it then if you're gonna be that." That's what Jackie said. But he didn't know how to erase it, so I had to do it for him.
Well, we figured out a lot more since that time, so we can definitely make sure you get the 20 extra if you give $5 more a month on Padron for Red State Update. Thank you kindly, each and every one. And thank you for listening. If you ain't got the money to blow, Lord knows I understand that. If you got to spend your money wisely, I don't know if I'd put some this way. But if you got it and you don't care, sure, go ahead. Why not? But thank you either way, each and every one of you. You'd think all that big $5, 20 extra minute money would be enough to make a successful podcast. But we're always slacking just a little bit. Just not do it to any fault of yours.
I feel successful in my heart, but not in my bank account.
Absolutely. It's no fault to any of our listeners. It's our fault for not enough people listening. So we take full responsibility for it. But we still
We
got
couldn't ask for better listeners.
We couldn't. No, I wouldn't want any. I'll keep the ones we got. I wouldn't trade y'all for a million more. Let me tell you right now.
I don't know how we'd even, if we were going to ask. I mean, we couldn't ask because I don't even know what the question would be. Can we have better listeners than the best ones there is?
Y'all can't do any better. I know that's for sure. Y'all do it.
It's like trying to trick a genie. It's something that can't happen.
Above and beyond. Not complaining at all. Thank you kindly, each and every one of you.
It sounded like you were complaining. That's why I just wanted to get.
No, I was taking responsibility for not enough people listening. The point I was saying it wasn't their fault.
Y'all do have a extremely high level of endurance.
Well,
but we are slacking oftentimes, Jackie. I didn't mean to cut you off. I believe you were trying to segue into our local sponsor segment here on the Red State Update podcast.
Well, it was, yeah.
And then I cut you off. And
for what reason? Go ahead. Say you already stopped it now. Say what the hell he's going to.
Nothing. I was just going to say that. Local sponsors. Jackie's.
All right, probably, we get that.
I just figured you were doing it, and then I thought I'd talk over you and do what I thought you were going to do.
If you won't do, then you just do that, and I'll sit here and let you do it. I ain't got to do it. I'm going to keep it $25 to myself. Because local sponsors here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, they give us $25 to, sponsor them on here. They're our sponsors to do what you call a commercial or whatever you want to call it. And we're happy to do it. We've had many good sponsors. I had a few stupid ones, I think.
What's stupid?
Some of yours are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them are good. Most of them are good. But it helps you with y'all's help or with these local sponsors, even the stupid ones. It keeps all the computers running and makes us able to talk on here and hopefully not sound too bad. So thank you kindly for that. Also appreciate y'all putting up with whatever technical situations we may be having during the time of COVID. But that's over now. That's over now, right?
Now what do we do?
Well, I'm getting my second shot tomorrow, so I guess 2 weeks after that, maybe you can come over if you wore a mask or something. I don't know. How many shots you had?
16, 17. It run me a pretty penny, too. I'll tell you that.
As long as everybody can hear, it's fine. I'm fine doing it like this. You ain't got to come over here. That's okay.
You got anything to eat?
No. I got a good sponsor this week. I'll tell you that. May not have about to eat over here for you, but we got a good sponsor. It's T-Dog's Army Surplus. T-Dog's Army Surplus here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Just off the left of the square, just off the left of it, T-Dog's Army Surplus. They got, now this is cute and also needed and sweet and all the above. It's really something else. It's a back to normal kit. That's right. T-Dog's Army Surplus, back to normal kit. Lord knows we want things to go back to normal. It's been a horrible, horrible year of COVID, a horrible 4 years of insane idiot. I could go on and on. But Lord knows we need things to get back to normal, especially after this COVID situation. Good Lord, we couldn't go out. Dr. Fauci, have you want to look at him, whether he's trying to help us or steal a liberty? We still had to listen to a lot of him, and so be it, whichever way you stand on that. But I want things to get back to normal. No offense to Dr. Fauci, but I just assume not have to hear from him as much. Because if you hear it from him, something wrong. No offense to him. I know people like him. Some people don't like him. But either way, I'd love it if he could go back to his office and not be questioned. I'd love for him not have to be questioned by Jim Jordan. I would.
Can you imagine if Dr. Fauci goes away? Like a coronavirus, let's say best case scenario, coronavirus, we actually get it under control. You get a coronavirus shot every year, whatever. You get one every 10 years. Best case scenario, coronavirus, we don't even think about it anymore. And one night we're watching TV. Do people still watch TV? Like CBS comes on, the CBS News break. Does that even happen anymore? And Dr. Fauci's on the screen. People go, oh, shit, we're in trouble now. Whatever he's about to say is not good news. He ain't going to talk about walking around the mall. He's here to tell us.
He don't come on TV and say, hey, how y'all been? I missed you. No. He's got, it ain't going to be good news.
Is killing your cells or harming your lungs or eating your flesh, some sort of bacteria that's never been seen before with such cruelty and anger, and it's inside your body now, and there's little we can do. Like, that's what Dr. Fauci's going to say. So you don't want to see him on TV watching it. Although, like, when I was saying that, I'm like, that's not, it'd be on your phone. You'd be trending on Twitter, and you go, either he's dead or about a bunch of us are about to be.
Yeah, one of the two. I tell people, even if you're not into politics or don't, keep up with the whatnot, you got Dr. Fauci talking here, you got Jim Jordan talking there. Now, look at both of them, and this which one knows more about health. Dr. Fauci's 80 years old, something like that, isn't he? He's 80 years old, I think. He looking good for his age. Jim Jordan, I believe, is 35. You can't see him as much because he has to wear a mask, and Lord knows he's upset about that. But just look at them two and decide which one you want to listen to concerning your well-being.
Jim Jordan, for like 15 years of his 35 years, has been covering up child sex crimes. So
yeah, well, I didn't think that had to do anything with your health, but I guess
when you say somebody's age, I'm like, that's like half his damn life.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably ages you a little bit.
Sure, if you hold that secret in that you were a party to someone sexually, molesting the children you work with, sure, that should weigh on your conscience. I don't know if that has anything to do with, hey, look, so I'm going to be honest, I don't know if that's it.
I don't want to cut you off. I do wish we kind of lived in fairy tales where the worse stuff you did, the worse you looked, and you could just tell by looking at somebody like, oh, that old witch over there, that old troll, yeah, they just covered up sex crimes at a college. Yeah, that's how you can tell what they look like. The thing that depresses me about when Fauci's talking to Jim Jordan or getting in a fight with damn fucking Rand Paul is not that these idiots are challenging Dr. Fauci and making the world a more dangerous place in the pandemic by challenging somebody who knows what the fuck's going on. He's not perfect, not a perfect man, not a perfect little man, but he's better than Rand fucking Paul. What depresses me is not that Rand Paul's being an idiot. I know that he's an idiot. That's what he is. Look at him. What's the matter with that one? Oh, he's an idiot. Oh, I see. That's why he's a horrible little gnome who lives in his gnome father's gnome house and tries to get people to like him like they liked his daddy gnome.
No, won't happen.
But what depresses me about it is not him being an idiot. It's him being an idiot and people at home going, yeah, tell him, Rand. That's what depresses me.
Yeah, it don't sound right. Tell him, idiot. You tell him, you dumbass. Excuse my language. But no, that don't sound. That's what you're saying, if you're saying that.
It is. Get him, Jim Jordan.
Tell you what, get him, Jim Jordan. Don't. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. Leave Jim Jordan alone. I need to do my sponsor.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry. No, yeah. T-Dog's Armor Surplus. Got a special back to normal kit. Back to normal. Let's hope if everybody does what Dr. Fauci says, do what we're supposed to do, keep a mask on just for a little bit longer. What did Joe Biden say? It's going to be July, maybe something happening. June, July, we'll see. It's time to get back to normal. It's been so long.
You know what would be? I don't want to interrupt you, Jack. Sorry. I just Biden said, "Hey, yeah, do what we can." Let's see about July 4th. July 4th comes along, and the funniest thing to me is if he had we're going to throw a big American party. He has a party, an American party. It's the 4th of July. Fireworks, a national display of fireworks at post-pandemic, people coming together, and the fireworks. So I don't know how you do it. You hire the best fireworks person. It's just a big fireworks Fauci face. It was just Fox News wouldn't stop talking about it till Christmas. That would be if Biden was a better troll, not fairy tale troll, by covering up crimes against children.
We don't want Trump. We don't want another damn Trump. No trolls. Please. And Trump was a terrible troll. He was the worst one, and people loved it, so I don't understand.
If Trump come up with that idea, like, let's put somebody's face up there that pisses people off, he'd be like, just put my face. That way he gets to piss people off and he gets his face up there. But if somebody come up with a better face, he go, no, let's just put my face up there. Let's just do my face.
Not as good. He really want to make people mad.
I mean, but the thing is that is the thing that would make people the maddest.
So you're right. Yeah. Why would he sacrifice the opportunity to put his head up in the sky?
But if there was somebody better, yes, he wouldn't do it. Sorry.
No, he would. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. Go ahead. Do your local sponsor. Sorry about that. That's my fault. No, it's good. I love Army surplus stores.
T-Dogs, Army surplus stores. Here,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
He's what?
I just gonna say he's a lot of fun. He's a little crazy, but he's fun.
He's a little bit crazy, a little out there, but he's also sweet and his heart's in the right place, and he's wanting to help us all adjust to getting back to the way things were, build back better or not. However you think about it, it's time to get back to normal. And he's got you back to normal kit, and this is cute and funny and sweet.
Oh, back to normal kit, like you get a kit that's got everything you need.
Yeah, kit. Back to normal kit, you come in, get it, and you get all these. And it's sweet and funny and true, like some things kits are. First thing you get in this is sweet. Is a one certificate for a hug. Ain't that something? Because, things be back to normal. How long's it been since you hugged somebody?
Oh, like your grandma could get it for you, like one hug from Granny. I get it.
I don't know, but I would hope on the back there's got to be some sort of small print saying it has to be someone you can't just walk. You don't give you permission to walk up and hug whoever you want. I know for a fact that he wouldn't do that. That's not like T-Dog. So read the fine print on the back. One certificate for a hug, probably your grandma, or your daddy, your mama, whoever you ain't seen it forever. Also, in this back to normal kit, you get a coupon.
Mm-hmm.
For a small restaurant.
Oh, like a small size restaurant. Small business. I see.
Like a little coupon, because it's a coupon. It ain't necessarily off, so it's going to take. It helps out everybody. Helps you get back normal. Helps that small restaurant get back to functioning and working.
That's a good idea. Some restaurants you'd see. As some restaurants where even people don't wear masks, be like, that's a little too small for me. Some of them.
Yes,
it needs a little more. Like open the windows or something.
Also, if you know the cook or the chef or the hostess or whoever it is, if you know them personally, it's been a long time since you've seen them, pull out that certificate for a hug while you're there. You do them both at the same place, just getting things back to normal. Also, in the back T-Dog's Army surplus back to normal kit, we also have a flak jacket and a combat level 3 ballistic helmet. So you want to get your T-Dog's Army surplus. Listen, it's sweet, it's cute, and it's, things you need. Just things back to normal in this country. America's back to normal, by God, and I want to be ready for it. I got my certificate for a hug. I got my coupon for a small present. I got my flak jacket on, and I got my combat level 3 ballistic helmet. Let's go, America. Let's get it. Let's get back going normal.
Yeah, you're going to need all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normalizing normal.
Ah.
Let's not normalize normal. T-Dog. Remember when he sold masks at the beginning and a couple of weeks later he read the white writing on the wall and was like, had a mask burning, but he charged people $5.
He charged people $5. Well, that's just it. That's a businessman's mind. You got to. It ain't necessarily political. You got to determine, especially in time of COVID, you can't stay open. You have to find ways to make money. So
people was mad at him. Took him a lot. 75, 80% of them masks had the American flag on them.
I think so. Turned out the other way around. Yeah.
So half of it was him stopping people from rushing in the fire, trying to stomp it out. It's like, I just don't want you to get hurt. I just don't want you to get hurt. I see your point.
And I think he made a little bit of money, and people went to go get mad or whatever. Everybody had a good time.
And that whole place is booby trapped. So if you think you're gonna run it, T-Dog, and
ain't nobody gonna get to him. No, sir. No, they can try, but no, he clever that way, and putting together little kits and things.
Yes, he's good at
burning.
kits.
He's good at he got a clever, a little crazy, yeah, maybe, but got a clever mind on how to swim in this,
weird lake.
This weird damn lake America has become.
His Easter kit was pretty good too, because it was like a little egg with some chocolate in it, and then it was like a corsage for your mama, and then a flak jacket, and what is it? What kind of helmet is it?
Well, in this one, I don't know what that one was. His combat level 3 ballistic helmet. That's what comes.
That's what
it
was.
Was it one of those? Yeah, I guess he got a bunch of those. Yeah,
trying to move them. Well, I mean, I have a feeling it might get rid of them. Jackie.
Yeah.
It's been a rough week across America. And so I'm not going to sit here and say that my sponsor, Stug Roombatussin, now let's all feel sorry for him, because there's real problems in his country. And he knows that too. He ain't asking for nobody's sympathy. He's just, he just wants me to let y'all know that he's the herald of the cornbread man. Jackie, sometimes I feel like I spend too much time explaining my sponsor. I feel like there's some context missing. They say every episode you do of your podcast could be the first episode that somebody's hearing. And so I spend a lot of time just sort of recapping, like I previously on what's a TV show.
Well, there may be regular listeners that enjoy the story so much they don't mind hearing it again. It's like when you remember those two-parter Matlocks?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I always enjoyed it, even though I saw last when I knew everything happened. But it's nice. I can experience that again, for just a few minutes at the top of the show. Like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, well, what's going to happen? So it's the same thing. I look at it like, yeah.
So when I say that Stug Roombatussin, from a family of farmers here in Murfreesboro, won a tractor contest. Like, do I need to go into the whole thing? I just feel like if I instead of going into the thing, you won the tractor, blah blah blah. It didn't really win it. Making cornbread for animals. I think I could just say Stug Roombatussin is now the Silver Stugger, the herald of the cornbread man, and lives in a sinkhole made by moonshine where he licks rocks and his skin turns silver.
Wow.
I don't think I need to go into the whole thing.
That's your sponsor?
Yeah, he's the herald of the cornbread man, right? So he has lured, allegedly, the gigantic cornbread man that he was attempting to build so that he could charge people to look at it, so that he could afford to buy the Tracto Field Eliminator that he won as a lease on in second place in the Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association Free Tractors Paragraph Contest. He wrote a great paragraph. See, I'm doing it again. I just want to say there's a cornbread man from an alternate Earth where the Stug there finished that cornbread man, and he and that Stug who turned into something of a mad scientist who learned how to Frankenstein life into this gigantic cornbread man. I don't know how big this cornbread man is, but he says, you saw Kong versus Godzilla, right? And I said, yeah. He said, how was it? Because he ain't got HBO down in that hole.
Yeah.
And so he's a herald of the cornbread man. I said, well, what's that mean? He said, well, I'm supposed to warn everybody the cornbread man coming. He said, there's different ways you can do it. I tried kind of like a crazy one where it's like, cornbread man's coming, hiding in the shadows. And he ain't eating down there. His body is weird, transformed silver by these the fumes of this moonshine that created the hole and licking the rocks. And it's scary when he does that laugh. He did that sing, cornbread man, everybody hide from the corn. He sang a song. But he said what he's mostly been doing now, he's just like he clocks in and he just kind of hides in the hole. And if cornbread man asks, did you herald for me today? He said, yeah. But he just kind of hide, licking them rocks. He was not somebody who got high before. Jackie Stug Rheumatus is square. He's straight edge. He liked farming. He liked farming until he fucking, what's the little thing? What's that little thing in Lord of the Rings?
Little thing?
That little thing who likes...
Oh, the Hobbit.
Yeah, the Hobbit. But no, not the Hobbit. The other little thing.
They're all hobbits, all little in it.
About one of them is little.
One got a beard and he's tall, rest of them little.
Yeah, no, none of them. I'm talking about that little thing in the Hobbit rings.
Hell, I don't know.
The little thing. It's like, oh, I love it.
Hobbit's a little thing, Hobbit.
Yes, but there was a little thing in it who loved that ring.
Littler than a Hobbit.
I mean, he all hunched over. I don't know. Nobody measured him for all I know. In the book, they probably measured him. I don't know what it is.
I know hobbits are little and the feet make me sick. I don't like looking at the feet. They got hair all over. But that's the smallest thing I remember.
I guess a hobbit can't be proud of his foot, according to you. If I was a hobbit, I'd be on Instagram.
Don't get all politically correct. They ain't real. I can think whatever I want about a fake thing.
You sound like cancel culture now. You sound like Tucker Carlson. These hobbits and their feet are, I can't say anything. Jackie, there's a little thing that loves the ring. He loves the ring so much he turned into a horrible thing. You know what I'm talking about? The little thing in it.
I don't know. Just whatever you say and say it.
Precious.
Yeah.
The thing that goes precious.
I don't know what it is. I don't even know that the hobbits. I know that they're little and I don't like your feet.
Okay. When we went to see it, I know you slept.
There's a horse in it. They got horses.
I know you slept through a lot of it, but I can't believe you slept through the little thing.
I don't know what I slept through. It's been how many damn years since I went to the movie to see that man.
Okay, let me just tell you something. There's a little thing in a hobbit that loves the ring. That's like Stug and his tractor. That's all I was trying to say. And then we took a 5-minute detour. And this Silver Stugger, because he's the herald of the cornbread man. I feel like he got precious because of the tractor. And now he's lost. He's lost the tractor. He ain't gonna get that back. He's already made his peace with it. I mean, they got it from Gentleman Jim's too in the parking lot. They hauled that off. He poked his head up out of the hole. So there it goes. I guess on my earth I lose a tractor, but I'll soon see it destroyed at the hand of the cornbread man.
What?
And then he just kind of go waste some more time until he clocked out. But the cornbread man signing his time cards, I think cornbread man kindly knows what's going on. I think cornbread man's like, I don't think I got the best herald for this. I mean, he shaved all the hair off his body. His skin's turned silver. He's wearing the little tiny shiny shorts. But he's very precious about the tractor. And these rocks he keep licking seem to have done something to his brain. And I think somebody that may be more dedicated, but it's like, it's a pandemic. I don't want to let anybody go right now. I'm going to destroy the planet soon enough as is. So I'll just let him do whatever he can. And so I think Silver Stugger knows this. So he said, Dunlap, can you do me a favor? I ain't got no money, but I'll give you some more of these rocks. I said, fuck yeah. I love these precious rocks. He said, I want you to just do on your podcast, just tell people cornbread man's coming, hark. Another way you can do it is like Stanley dialogue, like, hark, therefore the earth shall be. Can any man withstand the might of the cornbread man or whatever? You know how he was.
No.
Don't return that original art. Verily I say unto thee. So I think what's happening is Stug's just riding it out. I think a lot of us kind of are. We see the writing on the wall, like, yeah, we're just heading for a fiery end of this lake. We'll set this weird lake on fire. The cornbread man's coming.
And I want to make it clear. I know you mentioned Godzilla and King Kong. The cornbread man you talking about is not a man that sells cornbread or has cornbread or eats it or whatever. It is an actual man made of cornbread, possibly 60 to 50 feet tall.
Yeah.
All right. That's what
He climbed up out of the hole.
Yeah.
There's different exits and entrances. He didn't climb. Now, it would have been cool if he'd climbed out of the one Gentleman Jim's 2, come bursting through the roof, destroy Gentleman Jim's 2, drunks running for their trucks in the parking lot.
He'd start to come out of that hole and then get a whiff and like, I'm going the other way. You start to smell all that pee.
The earth is saved. Oh, that'd be a good ending. But no, he come out by the dump. He wasn't bothered by that smell.
Oh, he didn't mind that. Okay.
But I mean, it's not as bad as Jim 2.
No, it ain't. But yeah, still, it depends on what day of the week you coming out by the dump. Yeah.
I'm saying, if people hauled off their trash that day. So I'm saying he's got a high tolerance of smell, but I mean, we would have had to see. But unfortunately, maybe he'll go back in that way after he's destroyed us all and taken our planet's life force energy and feasted upon it. Shelley's not having a good time. I tried telling Silver Stugger, like, I said, how's Shelley doing? I said, well, she thought you coming back. She's really doing great on TikTok, feeding cornbread. She took over making the cornbread and started feeding it to animals. And they really listen to her, and she'll make them do yummy noises and pat their bellies and lick their lips after they eat the cornbread. She's just really got a knack for making animals be cute on TikTok after she feeds them cornbread. And she's still kind of building a cornbread house for them. She'll have them make a yummy noise or pat their stomach, and then just while they're distracted making a TikTok video, she'll like mortar a cornbread onto an uncompleted wall. Because she just wants them to have a nice place. But she's in trouble. She's in trouble with wildlife game warden come down. It's like, I heard you fed cornbread to a mongoose. Because all animals are showing up there that are not from Tennessee. They're not native. We don't know how they're getting there. I don't know if other animals are talking to them or if they smell the cornbread wherever mongoose live. And then mongoose just go like find a boat. I don't know how long a sea journey is or how long we've been talking about Stug, but a mongoose fucking came and she said, here you go, boy. And mongoose ate some of that cornbread. It was all on TikTok, and then Tennessee Wildlife's like, shut it down. So they're watching her. They will not let her. They find her. They knocked down the cornbread foot she was building.
She was just making a foot. She making one big foot that the animals ate.
It started out as a foot. It was turning more into like a duplex for animals.
All right.
But they knocked that shit down and said, no, animal may eat it. So you can't have it. So she can't. They won't let her feed. But the animals are still there. They're waiting. They don't understand. They're getting hungry. They're antsy. There's tension. They don't understand why they can't get the cornbread. And Shelley's mad. She said, I'll turn that mongoose loose on that Tennessee Wildlife motherfucker. See what he says about that. Because if we've learned anything on this show, Jackie, I get nervous when people get a little power or the ability to talk to animals. It's just, it feels like something, it's ominous.
Who is the sponsor? Is it the Rocks, her, or the cornbread foot
cornbread man? Cornbread man, Silver Stugger, herald of the cornbread man. Watch out, beware. The cornbread man's coming. Earth shall not be spared. He's here already. He climbed out at the dump, and he's just kind of taking in the sights, giving Stugger, letting Stugger do a week. He said, I probably need some money. I'll let him herald for another week or two, and then I'll just consume the Earth's energy, and everybody is on it. I don't know how he eats it. I don't understand how he gonna eat. The cornbread man gonna eat our planet. Like, I don't get that. He ain't that big. I never really understood that. Is it like power cosmic or cornsmic?
Oh, what?
So anyway, that's the cornbread man, impending doom. You'll find out about him sooner or later. Did I give everybody enough context? I could go into the whole thing about the riding the tractor around, backing up traffic, all that stuff, the alternate Earths. I don't think
that ain't gonna clear anything up. Just save your breath.